In this video, we're going to demonstrate how we can create case templates, which means that going forward, our analysts can create pre-built cases with things such as tasks just in a couple of clicks, rather than having to create cases from scratch. So our BTL1 user is an organization admin. So if we click on the organization tab, at the top here, we're going to see case templates. So we're going to create our own case template. And again, we're going to go back with the idea from the first video about having a phishing case. So we're going to name the case template phishing. Now the severity, we're just going to set this as medium because this can be adjusted by the analyst in the case, and medium is just a good one to have as the placeholder. We'll leave both TLP and PAP as they are. Tags we can set as phishing and email, both good examples. And then for description, we can put something such as this case is related to a phishing email that has been reported to SOC. Perfect. And now down here, we can see where we can create tasks and custom fields. So if we open up the tasks panel, so again, we're going to kind of follow the format that we did when we took a look at our pre-built case. So the first one will be acquire the email and attach to the case. We'll click save and add another. Retrieve email-based properties and indicators. Save and add another. Retrieve web-based or file-based artifacts. Save and add another. And then take... actually, no, we're going to do one before that. We're going to do perform analysis on artifact. So if you remember from the phishing domain, if, for example, we had a sending server IP that we retrieved from the email header, we'd want to go and do a whois lookup on that, see where that's coming from. And for example, if we had a URL which is linking out to a malicious resource, we would again want to use things like whois on the domain to see how long the domain's been alive. We can also put that URL into platforms like VirusTotal so we can get an idea of the reputation before we even start digging into it ourselves. So we'll leave this task as perform analysis on artifacts. We'll do save and add another for a final time, and we will put this one as take defensive measures. So we'll click confirm. Those are our kind of key tasks for a phishing case. Custom fields isn't something we need to worry about, right? It's just so we can add in additional parts to our case. But really at the core of it, we're looking at tasks, observables, and attachments. So we'll click confirm case create to create this new template. And this now means that if we go back to the cases page and we go to create case and we go from template, we can now pick this phishing template and it's going to pre-populate everything for us, right? So all we need now is a case title. So let's say phishing, and then we're going to put in the subject line. So let's just say it was something such as your mailbox storage is full, act now. We'll click continue. And then when we go to the task, we can see that all 5 of those are already created for us. So we can use this, right, as an example, just continuing on from this current phishing example, right? Now, we didn't add descriptions to any of these tasks, but what we could do is provide a step-by-step of what we actually want the assigned analyst to do. So, for example, for acquire the email and attach to the case, we could add a detailed description of, for our specific organization, which tools we would use to go and retrieve that email, and just mention, to add it to the attachments page. Looking at some other tasks, for example, perform analysis on artifacts, right? We could have a description here that just explains what kind of checks should be done. So if it's a URL, things like whois, VirusTotal, if we want to look at it without going to it, things like URL to PNG and Wanna browser, URL scan. So we could actually include all of that in here so that maybe less experienced analysts or new starters, they would know exactly what to do all from within the case. And there we have it. That's how to create a case template, which can be used to create new cases and pre-populate them with key information.